All right, so here I am, 40 years old, driving a truck. Been doing it for on and off for about 5 years now. Started off in 2013 after being in the commercial diving industry since 2006 as a professional, 2005 as a student. Had a great time, wonderful career, enjoyed it very much. Didn't really enjoy 3 of the 5 years I've been involved in trucking. Took about a 1.5 year hiatus out of trucking to work in the diving industry again, and then did some work in cabinetry. Really exciting, didn't pay worth a damn. So here I am now looking for a change, and I'm thinking back to all that I've learned. And a couple days ago, I think it was last Friday, so this is June, 25th or something like that, 2018. Last Friday, I believe it was, I was thinking to myself, if only I knew then what I know now. And what I realized is I'm only 40 years old. If I knew then what I knew, if I knew now what I knew then or whatever, that now is my opportunity to apply all that I've learned and all that I know to really completely change what's going on and do something different. If you want to take a look here and see, this is probably the most boring landscape you could imagine. This sucks. It's not exciting in any way, but it pays now, pays the bills. It's getting us by. I don't suffer. It's not a bad life. Outside of work, totally enjoy what's going on, but I really want something different. So I think back, and I've been thinking back on this story for years and years. Back in, what would it be now, 1997, I moved from Washington State, had been living out here for a couple of years, had actually been homeless, spent my 19th birthday alone in a hotel room in downtown Seattle, the St. Regis Hotel. Had a couple pizzas, and that was my 19th birthday. No one around. Moved back to Massachusetts, where my sister was, and I lived there for 7.5 years. In Massachusetts, in that particular area, they have what they call triple deckers. It's a 3-story building, and a lot of people, they buy the building, they live in one unit, and they rent out the other 2 units. The other 2 units pay for the entire building. So using that model, an old friend of mine, Charlie LeMay, he bought himself a triple decker, 3-unit building. He had lived with his parents till he was 24, but he wasn't a bum. He worked his butt off. He had toys. He had a nice motorcycle, a pickup truck, and a nice, in that time, an almost brand new Ford Mustang, nice little black car. He put his money away. He saved it. He squirreled it. His parents said, "Hey, look, you can stay here, not a problem, but you're going to put money away so that when you decide to move or get married or do whatever you're going to do, you're going to be prepared for life." He had good parents, Joe and I think Kathy, I can't remember her name. I feel like such a jerk. But his parents were great people, really lovely people. And Charlie's a good guy. So Charlie saved his money. When he got ready, I think he was 24 years old, he moved out of his parents' place, bought his first triple decker, lived in 1 floor, rented out the other 2. He renovated it, went through, cleaned it up. I think he lived there for about 2 years. After 2 years, him and his old lady got married, and he moved out, and they bought a single-family home. Now, while Charlie lived in the triple-decker, his out-of-pocket living expenses was about $100 a month. Now, Charlie worked for the post office, and he made, reasonable money. So while he's living in this place, paying $100 a month, he's saving even more money. So he's actually doing really well. Come time to move out, he's got a great down payment for his building or his new home that he wants to live in, his single family that he bought for his wife and coming child. His wife worked, so they're squirreling money away. They were doing really well in their savings and building for a bright future. When Charlie moved out, got a single family home, nice down payment, Now his triple-decker house, he didn't sell it, he kept it. That triple-decker house is paying for itself, plus making the mortgage payment on his single-family home. So now he has 2 properties. I think his single-family home is somewhere in the $500,000 range, and his triple-decker is somewhere in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. I'm not sure what the market is in Western Mass right now. But this building is now paying for itself and his single-family home, so he's still got no out-of-pocket expenses living in a single-family home. And I'm thinking about this, and I'm realizing that this is a good model for young people. This is a good model for retirees, empty nesters, people who are ready to either downsize, people who are possibly having trouble with making their mortgage payment on their single family home. So I'm building a company to help people put this together, to help people figure out what they need as far as resources, education, the legality of it, all of that. So that story, the story of Charlie, that's the story of the Veritas Wealth Builder. Everything I know, everything I've learned in regards to all of this, I'm going to share completely openly. No gatekeeping, none of that. This is all about helping people try to find a way to build some independence, build some freedom, and give them the life that they want. But I'm not going to give it. It's got to be earned. I'm going to have to earn it just like everyone else. For me, in this moment, it's starting from the cab of this truck. 6 months from now, it's going to be a much different view out that front window. It's going to look a hell of a lot better, and I hope you're going to come along with me.